How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Wednesday, June the 18th, 2025. Is your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. Want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to rock out with my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with another video, and in this one, got my man Officer Tatum giving a real world demonstration as to what not to do when you have an interaction with law enforcement. And Officer Tatum went on to elaborate as to how most black folk like to say that they are afraid of the police, they are afraid of getting shot, they are afraid of getting charges dumped on them. But I have to agree with Officer Tatum. If you are truly afraid of getting hurt when you come into contact with law enforcement, why do y'all show y'all ass? Because if I was afraid of somebody, I definitely wouldn't, act out and show my ass. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Officer Tatum cook a little bit, and I will add my commentary along the way.
When it comes to dealing with police, this is a textbook video. If you want to know how much of a lying population of the melanin exists in America that claim that they're afraid of police officers and all, they're afraid they're gonna get killed by the police, but this is how they act. And you tell me if this is a person who's scared, a person who legitimately fear police officers, or a person who's acting like they're supposed to act at a traffic stop. Viewer's discretion is advised. Roll the clip.
You hear what you pull me over for? Man, what you just pull my door open for, man? Man, you don't just rip my door open. Oh, okay, I got my driver. You don't rip my door open, bro. No, or what? You don't rip the man. Watch out, man. You don't rip my door open. No, you just rip my door open, dude. No, or what? No, I got my driver. You don't rip my door open. No, go get you. Fuck you. Go get your supervisor, bitch. Go get your supervisor, bitch. You don't rip my door open, dude. Yo, or what? You don't rip my door open, dude. Get the out of my face, man.
Babe, stop.
Oh! Rip my door open. Rip my door open.
Hey, that's not called for. That's not called for. That's not called for. It's not called for. That's 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 not called for.
I ain't did nothing.
That's not called for.
I ain't even did
That's
nothing.
not called for.
Brian took 40.
That's not called
No,
for.
Brian did
It's
nothing.
not called for. He ain't do
No, I'm
nothing.
not.
You yanked his door
Go
open.
get your supervisor,
Call your
bro.
supervisor.
Go get your supervisor, bro.
Bring your phone
Go
at
get your
him. Why?
supervisor,
Give it
bro.
up. Give me the
Look.
phone.
Go get your supervisor,
Give me
bro.
the phone.
Go
Hey,
get your
Siri,
supervisor,
call the
bro.
police.
Go get your supervisor, bro.
Hey, Siri,
No,
call
All right,
go
time
get
out.
your supervisor. Call
Can
911.
Okay, it's a lot of chaos going on here, and the woman in the background, I guess his girlfriend, baby mama, whoever she is not she is not making this any better. In fact, she needs to just if she gonna call 911, she needs to do that. But it just, because with her talking, I feel like she kind of like amping up the boyfriend. She amping him up and amping him up. But as far as this young man, now I don't quite know what happened, which led up to the cop pulling open the door. I don't know why he did that. I don't know. I don't know why that is. Have I opened doors before during the course of my job? Yeah, I have. But I had reasons for doing so. I don't know. I don't know what the interaction was, but nevertheless, the brother just it seems like the brother was agitated when the cop walked up to the car. So it just seems like there's a little bit of agitation going on. But I definitely would not be going ham just because somebody opened my door. And we gotta. I would like to know what led up to the cop feeling like he had to open the door. That's one of my questions. But let's see if we can get some more out of this.
Can I give you guys some advice? This supervisor thing is overplayed. Law enforcement agencies are required to request a supervisor if you ask them to. However, they don't have to wait till a supervisor responds to take action against you, especially if you're doing this.
When an officer approaches your car, be polite.
Is there a problem, officer?
And stay in your car with your hands on the wheel.
What the do you want, mother?
Unless you want to.
A supervisor is somebody that will come and communicate after the fact. It's not always during the call. You can't get out of something because you say, go get your supervisor, I don't want to talk to you. That's not how it works. A supervisor should be a reasonable request for a supervisor to come and assess the situation. But you acting a fool, the cop is gonna have to act. These people are watching too many fake lawyers online. You don't get to act a fool and then ask for a supervisor. When a cop tells you to get out of the car, you have to listen to his commands, whether you agree with them or not. And then when the cop, he opened the door, the cop just pulled it open. And he blows up on the cop like this. Now, if this was me, this kid would have been already on the ground with a couple knocks on his head. Because you let them do all this, then that's when they grab a gun and they start doing all this. You got to get on they quick. As soon as he started doing what I told, I'm going to ask you, I'll tell you, and then I'm going to make you. That cleans it up. It cleans it up. Or if you feel like you can't take the guy yourself because it's two people, then you back off a little bit and give them some space, as long as they don't drive off. But for me, I'm sure I could take him and that girl at the same time. All right, roll the clip.
Call 911.
Stop
Call
touching
911.
him.
Call 911. Call 911, bro.
Got the kids in the car, too.
Call 911, bro. Call 911.
Hey,
Call
you scared
911.
my child.
Call 911. They my baby right here, bro. Call 911. Call 911.
No.
I ain't even did nothing, bro.
He ain't do
Call
nothing.
911,
He
bro.
yanked the car. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at this. Look at this. What the f***? What y'all doing? He ain't even do nothing. He ain't do nothing. He ain't do nothing.
He ain't do nothing.
nothing. I need security.
Your hands.
He ain't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing.
Man, she need to shut the hell up. She is just aggravating the situation.
He still won't put his hands behind his back.
He didn't do nothing. Can y'all call the police? Call the police.
Still won't put his hands behind his back.
Get back.
Don't push
Get
me.
back.
Don't push
Get
me.
back.
Don't push
Get
me.
back.
No, he didn't do nothing.
back.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing.
Get back.
He didn't do nothing.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. This is the police. This is the police. This is the police. He ain't do nothing.
He ain't done nothing.
He ain't do nothing.
Leaving the kids in the car.
He ain't do nothing.
Put your
He
hands
ain't do
back.
nothing.
Put your
Stop
hands
my
behind your
daughter.
back.
My daughter's in the car. He ain't do nothing.
Put your hands behind your back now.
Hey Siri, call Marissa. Hey Siri, call Marissa. Hey Siri, call Marissa.
How do people like this exist? Go back to the beginning. Don't start it. I just want to comment. I do not understand for the life of me how a person will say, I'm afraid of the cops because they out here killing us, but yet you do everything in your power other than do this to get beat up and shot and hurt. If a cop comes to your door, you already getting pulled over. You know what it is. I think my 4-year-old know you need to show him your ID. Bro, if you ain't done nothing, show the man the ID.
And that's my thing. When you see the lights go on, know they pulling you over. Know you supposed to have your license, registration, and proof of insurance. Got to have that to drive. Valid license, valid insurance, valid registration. You got to have all of that. And it is nowhere in the world that black folks saying they're afraid of the police and he's showing his ass like this. And it seems to me like he's the one that escalated it. The brother, the driver, just seemed to me like he the one that escalated this because it didn't appear to be that bad. So it escalated. Then you got her yapping in the damn background. And they doing all of this in front of the kids. You are not giving those children a good depiction of how they should interact with authority.
That's it. This guy, you could kill the sound and play it. This guy literally argued with this cop and did all of this over an ID. His kids in the car, his girl in the car. They out here just shooting black people for no reason. Like, why would you act like this? And I'll say this, pause it. It's what it is racism and hatred of authority. I guarantee you he don't have a good relationship with his dad. And he didn't have a dad to lead him and guide him on how to be a man. But also racism, because it's a white cop, and therefore it's an initial aggravation because a white man is telling you what to do. And these people lose their minds. And that girl is running around saying he didn't do nothing. They don't give a F about their kids. Even if you don't like what a cop says, you don't act like that in front of your children. Why? Because you don't want to scare your children to death.
100%.
What do you think these kids are thinking? Their daddy getting killed by police officers when all you had to do was give me an ID just like this. I've been pulled over in my life. I even pulled myself over one time because I knew I was caught. I was flying. I saw that cop pull out. I said, all right, let me pull over for you. Hey, don't even, just come on over. Don't even turn your lights on, bro. I'm got, all right? I'm not going to even make you push the gas pedal. I'm going to scroll right over here on this side and come give me whatever ticket I deserve. I was going 90-something in a 75. I don't know what I was doing. I was howling in that big old red truck. You can't miss it. I say, look, man, he was apologizing. I said, man, look, I did it. You ain't got to apologize to me, man. You doing your job. I'm out here speeding. So it is what it is. I got to take that consequence. I ain't finna lie to you, act like I didn't know I was speeding. I'm flying. To be honest, he kind of helped me out because I was getting tired. I was falling asleep behind the wheel. I was nodding off a little bit. I was like, man, that's why I was driving so fast. I rolled the windows down. I'm like, thank God he pulled me over, man, because I was getting super tired. And it kind of woke me up when he pulled me over. So, and that's just, that was, I don't know how many, 2-3 years ago? Well, it was more than that. I think like 4 years ago. But regardless, I didn't argue with that man. I had my gun on me. I said, look, I had my hands on the steering wheel. I said, look, sir, I got a firearm on me. It's actually in my center console because I took it off, and put it in the center console because I didn't want it on me while I was driving. I didn't want to get pulled over with it on me. But it was in my center console. I said, you got a gun in there? He said, just don't reach for it. What would you like, my ID? I already had my ID and stuff prepped because I got my wallet in my pocket. I pulled my ID out because I know he going to want it. He came up, gave my ID, showed him my insurance on my phone. He ran my license plate. All my stuff is clean. And he said, I can, you was going too fast. I got to give you a ticket. And in my mind, I'm like, he could have arrested me. To be honest, that's criminal speeding, going 30 over the speed limit, or however fast I was going to speed limit. But he didn't. He gave me a ticket.
Oh, wow. Damn, Officer Tatum, you was getting it. But Officer Tatum is 100% right. He was speeding. Took accountability. Listen, let me tell you. I mean, I've been pulled over in my life. And like I said, if you're doing something wrong or you're going too fast, just take accountability. I guarantee you, if you keep a cool head and you act civil with 90% of law enforcement, you're not going to have no problems. That other 10%, even if you remain calm with them, the ones that might be a little shady, if they might be a little abrasive, but if you do what you're supposed to do, you'll leave that situation, unscathed.
I took the ticket and I left. Thank you for your service. It's what it is a projection of what's on the inside of these people. They don't get raised right. They got violence and hatred and evilness and bitterness in their heart. And so anytime somebody tell them what to do, they flash out on them. When in reality, you should just be a person of integrity and say, I was wrong, man. I was speeding. Every time I've gotten pulled over, I think as an adult, I don't think I've denied anything. I got pulled over for going on the wrong side. I was crossing a speed bump. And then the guy was a jerk. And he was the worst cop on the Tucson Police Department, if you ask me. But when he pulled me over, I said, you know why I pulled you over? Yes, sir. You were crossing the wrong? Yep, I did. I apologize, man. I wasn't trying to scratch my rims up, so I did it. Okay, what do you need from me? You know what I'm saying? ID, all right, here you go. Didn't even ask me for my registration. I mean, he didn't even ask me for my insurance card. And I was a little nervous a little bit because I hadn't been pulled over, you know, as an adult. And so I didn't think to give it to him. He didn't ask me. So I just gave my ID. He started getting intense with me, like, whoa, get out of the car. I'm like, okay. And like he wanted me to be mad or something. I'm like, I'll do whatever you tell me to do, bro. You the cop. I'm just here. I'm the one did the violation. I'm just here to take responsibility for what I did. Exactly. I can tell so why didn't you get your registration done? And I said, well, I did get pulled over the other day. It was like 3 days ago by a state trooper, and I didn't know my registration was out because I don't pay for my registration, so I didn't know it was out. But when he pulled me over, I knew it was out. I told my father. My dad deals with my car because I'm in college. He deals with my car, and he told me he was gonna get it fixed, and I'm sure he's gonna get it fixed any day now. That's all I told him. Oh, I could take you to jail for this, right? And I'm like, I didn't know that, but okay. Like, what do you want me to do? I did it. You told me I did it. Give me these tickets. He arrested me for expired registration in a foreign state. So in the state of Arizona, if your registration of your vehicle is expired on out-of-state plates, it's a misdemeanor crime. So this guy arrested me. He paper arrested me. He where you get arrested and you sign to appear in court on a later date. He cited me for not having insurance, which he never asked me for. He cited me for driving on the wrong side of the road, which I wasn't driving on the wrong side of the road. I had crossed the double lines. There's a difference between crossing the double lines and driving on the wrong side of the road. 100%. Only my tires on the left side went around because I went around a speed bump. So my whole car wasn't on the wrong side of the road. So he got me for driving on the wrong side of the road, no insurance, arrested me for expired registration in a foreign state. And of course, all the charges got dropped when I went to court because it was bogus. All of it was bogus, except one, the driving on the wrong side of the road. And me being naive to the court system, I thought when they told me it was dropped that they dropped everything, right? They dropped a misdemeanor arrest. So I thought they dropped everything. I'm like, oh, all the charges are dropped. They held the wrong side of the road one. And then 3 or 4 years later, because the ticket was never addressed, they were going to suspend my driver's license while I was a cop. I got a letter in the mail at my grandma's house in Texas that said, and Willie B, rest his soul, my grandpa said, Brandon, I got this letter for you. And I say, well, what does it say? It says that your registration will be expired or suspended if you don't take care of this ticket. And I'm like, what? I'm a cop, man. I went through a background check. They tell me I ain't no outstanding tickets. Man, I had to go up to that court and got my car broke into because somebody tricked me, man. I even as a cop, they tricked me. I'm trying to park my car at the courthouse, and the guy was like, hey, bro, they got spots right over there, bro. It's free. He had me pull over in the spot that was free, but knocked my window out. He didn't steal anything. He just knocked my window out and rammed it through my car. I was having a bad day. But my daddy did help me get that suspension paid for. And I told you I had a warrant for my arrest, too, while I was a cop out of Denton County.
Well, damn, Officer Tatum, you done had some brushes with the law. But you know what? He's human. And that's what I'm trying to get at, family. Cops are human too. They make mistakes, they make errors, they get tickets. It happens. But your attitude determines your altitude. And if you are, whenever you have, first of all, you need to respect authority. That's the first thing, because everybody's gonna never not be in a position where somebody's telling them what to do or has some type of authoritative position over you. So just learn to deal with it and treat people how you want to be treated. And I guarantee you, you will survive the day. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday.